Alright, all you crazy risk takers and especially you dangerous backbreakers out there, welcome back to Under the Radar. And seeing the fact that the maestro told me that apparently the stunts are still in the Bermuda Triangle for this week, we decided once again to pick out of our very special top-hatted stunts for another stunt theme. And the stunt theme we came up for this week, folks, is none other than fire, which is appropriate for this current hot weather we're in. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for us to go ahead and check out which one of these crazy stunners is gonna end up with a 3rd-degree sunburn hotter than you could possibly imagine as we leap into another special midweek edition of the Wild World of Stunt. And the first stunt that we have up comes from the stunner M.M. Chapin, or M.M. Cheapin? No, we'll go with the second one with their said stunt, the Firefly. And during this said crazy stunt, which features MC Cheapin, which according to this paper, what he calls himself on the weekend when he DJs at certain parties in Los Santos, features him actually jumping off the top of Mount Chiliad, but only this time on fire. Cause he would have his friend Rick on the side there, fire at him with a flare gun, causing him to be set on fire while he flies down this mountain. And unfortunately for Rick, while firing at him with the flare gun, he accidentally slipped off the top of this said house, broke both of his legs, and all the while MC Cheapin was flying down this mountain, he would be able to thread the needle on fire through a steel beam at the bottom of this mountain right near Paleto Bay for him to land on both feet, even though he staggered a little bit. Like what, maestro? Like a glove? And the amazing part about all this is, folks, is while he was flying down this mountain on fire, it was revealed that he covered himself in fire gel and didn't receive any form of burns on his body, with the exception of his eyebrows and I do believe a little bit of his hair. He made it out all right. And according to the doctors, yeah, that other guy ended up breaking his legs, but at the same time, he also broke his elbow because he tried to break his fall from rolling down the mountain, and that didn't work all too well because there was a boulder happy to greet him on the bottom of that hill. So is Rick gonna be okay? According to the doctors, yes, in about a year and a half. Right. And the next stunt that we have up comes from none other than Better Spooky with their said stunt, Fire Engine Mayhem. And during this said stunt, which we're being told by the PR department was a part of the movie Fire Engine Mayhem, it was one of their first takes that they actually gave to us to mention during the show. Nice! And during this Take One Stunt of Madness, folks, you would see Franklin driving this giant oversized fire truck directly off the freeway road for the explosions to activate and for him to jump out just seconds before the explosion would take, only for Franklin to get launched a little bit off course from the crash pad and crash directly into the median, face and shoulder first, for him to roll off the bridge screaming in pain and for the fire truck to spin out of control, landing directly in the bushes, still on fire. Now, according to the PR department and the doctors, it appears that Franklin suffered a broken orbital bone, a broken jawbone, a broken nose, and I do believe a broken sternum as well from the impact of the fire truck after he jumped out when the fire truck launched the door toward that direction. Yikes! So, yeah, he's not gonna be alright for another couple of months, I'll take it. Right. Anyway, folks, the next stunt that we have up comes from none other than Hans Piblo with his said stunt, GTA Online, When Your Car's on Fire. And during this said stunt, which features this guy driving in a car that costs upwards of well over $1.8 million, would see the able to try to put it out, only for him to do a 180 spin, only for it to turn into a 360 spin, for the flames to go out, and for him to keep driving forward like nothing happened. So basically, he went as fast as he possibly could and shook the fire off. And the PR department, along with the doctors and, of course, the maestro, decided to give this stunt a 10, but at the same time would add a couple of zeros afterwards because that's how much damage was caused to the said car. What, $100,000? No, according to what the PR department told me, about $750,000 worth of damages to the back of that car. Jeez, this is the key reason why in the world I don't own an expensive car. The insurance and the price to fix it alone would break me. And speaking of things getting broken, and I do mean the laws of physics for this one, folks, comes from the stunner Les Gerber with their said stunt, Fire Tornado. And during this said crazy stunt, which would feature the stuntress known as Lexi, a former 4-time lowrider champion, would test her lowrider skills down the streets of Los Santos by taking this Sabri Turbo and jumping it a little bit down the street, only for them to go into oncoming traffic, hit the side of a Bentley, and for the car to do a barrel roll not once, not twice, but 3 times, all before hitting the ground on all 4 wheels like what, maestro?
Like a glove?
For them to just drive off like nothing happened. Now, this proves to me why in the world she was a 3-time, they strike that 4-time lowriding champion, and also at the same time, I'm giving this stunt a 10. And apparently the PR department, the maestro, and the doctors all agree with me. Yeah, you better. Especially with a stunt that cool, you better. And the last but not least stunt that we have up for this week, which comes from the stunner Ritz Trum with their said stunt, GTA 5 online editor PS4, The Fire Within. Or the short name of the stunt, The Fire Within. And during this said stunt, which features a guy that goes by the name of Hot Mike, who decided to dress up as the devil and set himself on fire. I kid you not when I say that, folks. He set himself on fire in the beach, and to make matters worse, would point over to his best friend's car, and the fire trail would lead right directly to his best friend's car, causing it to catch fire and explode right there on the scene. But the most, horrible moment of this whole thing, besides the potential 2nd and 3rd degree burns that would happen to Hot Mike, would be the fact that his best friend's car, which was an adder, would be absolutely destroyed during this said stunt. And according to the maestro, and from the inner and outer damages to the car, plus the paint job and the rims, the damages to this car cost him well over $3.5 million. That's at least triple the worth of what this car is actually worth. Why in the world is that a thing? Well, according to what the maestro said, those tires were imported, so was the color and everything else, including the custom seats. Yikes! Well, I hope that stunt was worth it for Hot Mike, who actually suffered 2nd degree burns during this said stunt. I think it was a little bit of revenge. I could be wrong. But besides that little bit of hot revenge, folks, if you guys want to go ahead and check out any other crazy stunts of people getting themselves maimed for unnecessary fame, you can head on over to the socialclub.rockstargames page, only known as socialclub.rockstargames.com, and just head right on over to that video page to check out which one of these crazy stunners is going to try to play with fire and end up with some form of 3rd to 4th degree burns. And if you don't know what 4th degree burns is, it's burns so bad it goes down to the bone and actually cooks it. You think I'm playing? Ask a scientist. And I guess with that said, folks, we might as well head back into this music once again, and when we return, we'll be back with another edition of the GTA Online Top 5 Tracks of the Week, right after this. So don't go anywhere just yet, folks, and stay tuned.